Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome to ACPS online class. This is Lavan Sharkar. Today I am here to conduct a class on chapter 7 from your Bangladesh and Global Studies book. So dear students, before the start of our today's class, I would like to ask a question to you. This question is very easy to answer. So my question is that which organization runs the state? Here I will give you two options. First option is option A, the United Nations. Option B, the government of the state. Okay, so now I will give you 5 seconds to remember the answer of this question. I think you have got the answer of this question. The answer will be option B. Because the United Nations is not responsible to run any state. So dear student, this is the main point of our today's class. Basically today I am going to take this class on all about government. So before the start of our today's class, I would like to show our today's learning outcome. So after the class, you will be able to define the state, then you will be able to define the government, then you will be able to describe different types of government, then you will be able to describe the types of government of Bangladesh, and at last you will be able to describe the fundamental principles of the state policies of Bangladesh. So dear students, let's get started of our today's class. At first I am going to discuss about state. So state is the highest political organization. So the father of the political science, the great political scientist Aristotle, said that state is the highest political organization, and family is the smallest political organization, and society is the middle range political organizations. So dear students, now I am going to show the definition of the state to you. So this is the definition of the state. State is the highest political organization which consists of 4 elements like territory, population, government and sovereignty. So this is highly pragmatic definition on state. Okay. Now I am going to discuss about government. Basically, government is an institution or a group of people which runs the state according to the constitution for a certain period of time. Okay, so this is highly pragmatic definition on government. Now I am going to show the definition of government to you. So this is the definition of the government. Government is a group of people or an institution which runs the state according to the constitution for a definite period of time. There are 3 organs of government. These are executive branch, judiciary branch and legislative branch. So this is highly realistic definition on government, and you can use this definition in your answer script. Definitely you will get very good marks in your examination. Now I am going to discuss about the types of democracy. Government can normally be divided into 2 types. First one is democratic form of government, and second one is dictatorship or autocratic form of government. At first I am going to discuss about democratic form of government. So democratic form of government is such a government where the government is run by the representatives of the common people. Okay, so this is highly pragmatic definitions on democratic form of government. Now I am going to show the definition of the democratic form of government to you. So this is the definition. Democratic form of government is such a government where all the people of a country can take part to run the state either directly or indirectly. Okay, for example, Bangladesh is a democratic country and India is a democratic country, and India is called the biggest democratic country. Okay. Next I am going to discuss about the dictatorship or autocratic form of government. Dictatorship or autocratic form of government is just opposite of the democratic form of government. Basically, dictatorship or autocratic form of government is such a government which is run by one man or one political party or by few people. Okay, so now I am going to show the definition of the dictatorship form of government to you. So this is the definition. Autocratic government is just opposite of democratic government system, where the government of the state is run by one or by a body of few people. For example, we can say about North Korea. North Korea is a country where the president Kim Jong-un is all in all, and everything is done in government system according to the order of the president Kim Jong-un. Okay, so that's all about the dictatorship or autocratic form of government. Dear students, again on the basis of power of the head of the state, government can be divided into two types. One is constitutional monarchy and second one is republic. Okay, at first I am going to discuss about constitutional monarchy. Constitutional monarchy is such a government. We can see the presence both the monarchy system and the democratic system. Okay, for example, we can say about the England, where we can see the presence of king and or queen, and we can see the presence of democratic form of government. Now I am going to show the definition of the constitutional monarchy form of government to you. So this is the definition. Constitutional monarchy is such government system where we can see the presence of both democratic and monarchy system. In this system, king or queen is the head of the government, but he or she has to do everything according to the constitution and the advice of prime minister. For example, we can say about England. So that's all about the constitutional monarchy form of government. So dear students, now I am going to discuss about the republic form of government. Basically, republic form of government is as a government where the head of the state, that means the president, is elected through indirect election. Okay, so this is the perfect definition on the republic form of government. Now I am going to show the definition of the republic form of government to you. So this is the definition. Republic is a form of government where the head of the state gets power through indirect election by the votes of the people. For example, we can say about the government of the USA. Here the president of the USA is elected through indirect election. So dear student, again on the basis of having provincial government, democratic government can be divided into two types. First one is federal government. Second one is unitary government. At first I am going to discuss about federal government. Federal government is such a government where we can see both the presence both of the central government and the provincial governments. Okay, so this is the definition of the federal government. Federal government is such a government where we can see the presence both the central and provincial governments. Dear students, for your kind information, Bangladesh is not a federal government because there is no provinces of our country. Okay, for example, we can say the USA is a federal government, India is a federal government, Brazil is a federal government. Now I am going to discuss about the unitary form of government. Okay, so unitary form of government is such a government where all the works of the government are done from the central authority or central government. Okay. Unitary government is such a government where the state is run from only the central government. Okay, so this is the definition of the central from unitary form of government. For example, we can say Bangladesh, Nepal and South Korea. Okay, so dear students, again on the basis of the relationship between the executive and the legislative, democratic government can be divided into two types. First one is parliamentary form of government. Second one is presidential form of government. At first I am going to discuss about parliamentary form of government. So parliamentary form of government is such a government where the prime minister is the chief executive of the government and president is the nominal head of the state, and here the honorable prime minister and her ministers or his minister are responsible for their activities to the parliament. Okay, So this is the definition of the parliamentary form of government. Parliamentary form of government is such a government where the prime minister is the chief executive of the government and he or she and other minister are responsible for their duties to parliament. Its another name is cabinet form of government. So this is another important information regarding parliamentary form of government. The another name of the parliamentary form of government is the cabinet form of government. Okay, for example, Bangladesh is a parliamentary form of government. The UK is a parliamentary form of government. Next, I am going to discuss about the presidential form of government. Presidential form of government means where the president is not responsible to the parliament for his activities, for his duties. At the same time, his ministers are not responsible for their activities to the parliament. Now I am going to show the definition of the presidential form of government to you. Presidential form of government is such a government system where president is both head of the government and the head of the state, and he and his ministers are not responsible to the parliament for their duties. So that's all about the presidential form of government. Okay, so dear students, for example, we can say the USA, France are the presidential form of government. Dear students, now I am going to start the new topic of our today's class, that is the types of Bangladesh government. First of all, I am going to discuss about this point, that is democratic country. At first you have to understand Bangladesh is a democratic country and Bangladesh had to face 9 months bloody war against the oppressive Pakistani rulers to establish itself as a democratic country. So Bangladesh is a democratic country. Next on is republic form of government. So at the same time, Bangladesh is a republic form of government. That means the president of Bangladesh is elected through indirect election. In presidential election of Bangladesh, the common people don't give their votes. Okay, and our president is elected by the votes of the parliament members. So Bangladesh is a republic form of government also. Again, Bangladesh is a unitary government. That means there is no province and all the works of the government are distributed from the central government. So Bangladesh is a unitary government. Next one is parliamentary form of government. Okay, Bangladesh is a parliamentary form of government also, because here our honorable prime minister is responsible her duties to the parliament. At the same time, her minister also responsible to show their activities to parliament. Okay, so that's all about the types of Bangladesh government. This topic is highly important for creative question. So dear students, now I am going to discuss about fundamental state policies of Bangladesh. Here at first you have to understand what is called the fundamental state policies. Basically, fundamental state policies are the pillars of the state, and we can know the relationship between the state and the common people by knowing the fundamental state policies of a state. Okay, so in our constitutions there are 153 articles and 11 parts. Among the 11 parts, parts 2 describes about the fundamental state policies of Bangladesh. Basically, there are 4 fundamental state policies of Bangladesh. These are nationalism, socialism, democracy, and secularism. So dear students, now I am going to describe all of these things in front of you. At first, nationalism. Basically, nationalism is the feeling of the people of a country when the people of a country think they are united, they are on because their language is same, their religion is same, their history is same, is called nationalism. Again, I am going to tell about nationalism. Nationalism is the feeling of the people of a place or of a society or a country. When the people of a society or a country think they are united, they are on because their culture is same or their religion is same or their history is same, is called nationalism. So to understand nationalism properly, now I am going to show some lines to you, and this line will help you to understand Bengali nationalism. So these are the lines. The Bengali nationalism was emerged by the language movement of 1952. It helped to realize the people of East Pakistan that they are united by their own Bengali language and culture. Other ethnic peoples recognize the importance of Bengali language and culture as national interest. Besides, they started realizing the significance of politics, economy, education and culture of their own to be recognized as a nation. Thus, the Bengali nationalism was emerged. Okay, so these lines are highly important to understand Bengali nationalism. Dear students, here I want to share one thing with you. As a nation, we are Bengali. As a citizen, we are Bangladeshi. Okay, so this information is very important to remember. Okay, now I am going to discuss about socialism. So basically, socialism is a form of government, okay, but Bangladesh is a democratic form of government. Being a democratic form of government, Bangladesh has taken some elements of socialism only to ensure the exploitation-free society. Socialism is accepted as a fundamental state policy to ensure impartial justice and building an exploitation free society. So that's all about socialism. Then I am going to talk about democracy. Basically, democracy is a form of government which is run by the representatives of the common people. Okay, so democracy is the main pillar of our state policy. Okay, the main purpose of making democracy as a fundamental principle of state policy is to ensure people's participation in all activities. The fundamental rights and freedom of the people will be ensured in this process. So that's all about democracy. So dear students, now I am going to discuss about the next point, that is secularism. Basically, secularism is a modern concept. So secularism basically is a situation of a country when all the peoples of the country enjoy their religious rights equally. Secularism has been included as a state policy so that every citizen can participate his or her religion equally. So that's all about secularism. Okay. Next, I am going to start the evaluation part. Here I am going to ask some question to you, and you have to give the right answers of these questions. So my first question is, what is state? Basically, state is the highest political organization which consists of four elements like territory, population, government and sovereignty. So this is highly pragmatic definition on state. Then what is government? Basically, government is an institution or a group of people which runs the state according to the constitution for a certain period of time. So this is very practical definition on government. Number 3, what is constitutional monarchy? Basically, there are two types of monarchy. One is absolute monarchy and another is constitutional monarchy. Absolute monarchy is just opposite of constitutional monarchy, like the government of Saudi Arabia. Here the king of Saudi Arabia is all in government system of the Saudi Arabia. But constitutional monarchy is such a government where we can see the presence both the monarchy system and democratic system. For great example, we can say about England. Here we can see the presence of queen. At the same time, we can see the presence of democratic government. So this is all about constitutional monarchy. So next question is, what is parliamentary form of government? Parliamentary form of government is such a government where the prime minister is the chief executive of the government and the president is the nominal head of the state. Okay, so this is called and here the prime minister is responsible for his activities to the parliament. At the same time, his or her minister are also responsible for their activities to parliament. So that's all about the parliamentary form of government. My next question is, how many state policies are there? Basically, there are 4 fundamental state policies of Bangladesh. These are nationalism, socialism, democracy, and secularism. So that's all about evaluation part. Now I am going to give some homeworks. You have to write down about the types of government of Bangladesh. Then you have to write down about the 4 fundamental principles of the state policies. Okay, so you have to submit the answer of these 2 questions after the open your school to your respective teacher. Okay, so dear students, that's all about our today's class. If you have any question regarding our today's class, you can put your questions in comment box. After the class, I will give the right answers of your questions. So dear students, thank you very much for being with me. Stay home, stay safe. Next time, see you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz.